Can you guys just have a normal emotion once?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Cheap Smut. My name is Katie Mizell.
My name is Carl Mizell.
And I am Ivy Young.
And this is a podcast that overcame a fucking witch's curse to be here right now. So be happy that we got this to happen.
Oh God, it did.
Yes, we are so very, very happy to finally be joined by Ivy Young. How are you today, Ivy?
I am exhausted. I don't know if Katie told you, but I was drug around Six Flags since bright and early this morning. So I'm like an inch from death, but I made it. I was not stopping this time.
She definitely did tell me, because to pull the curtain back a little bit on the listeners, this is the third attempt this week that we tried to get together with Ivy, and Ivy is cursed apparently.
I am.
And so. I no less than a dozen times asked Katie throughout the day, like, Ivy still good? Ivy still good? Not because you're untrustworthy. I just literally thought you were cursed.
I was like, oh no, a roller coaster is going to take her out.
Exactly. Or like the bus is going to catch fire and the kids are going to be on the side of the road and she's going to be like, listen, you're never going to believe what happened.
Well, no, what's sad is that we were getting on. I haven't been on a roller coaster in forever, and I was literally getting on it, and I was like, and this is how Final Destination 3 starts, and I'm never getting to the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. No, or
this is a special episode in honor of Ivy Young, who never did, but her book's still out on July 21st, so you better go fucking buy it.
The craziest thing happened at a Six Flags today. A roller coaster got stuck at the top of the hill, but with just one person on it, Ivy Young. And they're like, you know what? You're only one person. We're going to leave you up there. We're going to close for the day. We're going to throw some. We're going to throw some snacks up.
Snack.
Like
big churro.
Yep, on a rope. You don't have anything going on.
Just hang out there. Just don't, if you get a little dizzy, it's fine. Close your eyes. Take a nap.
Don't look down. Just don't look down. Yeah, and we'll see you bright and early at noon. Oh, we don't open till noon on Fridays. I'm really sorry.
I also looked at my front tire on the truck and went, if you fail me.
If you fail me, you fail Katie and Carl. I'm kidding. But listen, we are so glad you're here because in addition to the fact that you are a friend of my wife's IRL, you are also an author, hence the whole summer of friendship thing. You're here, and you have a book coming out very, very soon. By the time this, I believe by the time that this hits the main feed, your new book will be in.
It comes out on Sunday.
There you go. So it comes out on Sunday. It was released yesterday if you're a Patreon subscriber, a week ago if you're a mainline subscriber, or 27 years ago if you're in the future.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm actually here. I'm a real person, I promise.
Yeah. So what? So tell the listeners at home all the details you feel like sharing about the book.
It is my debut novel. It is Under a Montana Sky, and I don't know how else to describe it. Kind of dark romance, kind of not. Contemporary? I don't know. You were beta reader-ish.
I was. It's a contemporary, it's not a cowboy romance. It's, I guess, a ranch romance. Or, I guess, there's got to be other word for horse romance besides cowboy.
Ranch hand romance.
Ranch hand romance. But there's some...
Ranch mance.
Ranch mance! There's some, like, second chance, long feelings and, like, big emotional stuff. It's way different than the stuff we normally read on here. There's not going to be any, like, demon sentient teddy bears coming for you in this one.
Yeah.
But there is a really delightful horse.
I was just getting ready to say there might be a demonic horse. He might not be fully demonic, but he thinks he is.
As somebody who grew up for a portion of my life on a farm, I think all horses have a little demon in them, but that's just That's just me. So, with that said, we are very excited to have you on the show. Katie, do you know what she's got in store for us?
She told me, and I looked it up, but I only looked it up to make sure it was a good link for the show.
Because I was terrified.
You sent me pictures, but I was trying not to look too much because I didn't want to see the jokes before you made them.
Oh, you probably should have. You'd been like, "What is wrong with you?" And that list is long. Let's not get into that. We're going to drive right past that.
And then Katie rattled off 27 things before Ivy told her it was hypothetical.
They're all the same things that are wrong with me.
Oh.
We're sisters. We're sister people.
Aw. Mental illness twinsies. Yes. Mental twinsies.
About once a day, one of us is like, so are we planning the highway party? Oh. We're going to play in the street today. I just can't do this anymore.
It's happening. Cool. I was like, the highway party is happening today.
Text from Ivy, quick. Who do you think I am? The Thelma or the Louise?
You're the Brad Pitt.
I'm the Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Easily the Brad Pitt.
Are you the Brad Pitt, Himbo Jones?
Oh yeah. Big yawn from Himbo Jones. Well, let's neither dilly nor dally any longer. Tell everybody what you have for us today.
I have, as you hear my notebook, that's atrocious. I didn't catch that in time. I have Mustang's Torment by Misty Walker.
Mustang's Torment?
Mm-hmm.
By Misty Walker.
Yes, because I am punny, and I took the horse theme and ran with it.
Oh. Dare I say galloped.
I'm a giant tomboy.
Or is it more of a canter?
Is it a trot?
As fat as I am, probably like
a very leisurely
stroll. It's
stroll.
A stroll.
Sauntering down.
You're the horse at the campground that they break out for horse, like ride
for the children.
Just come stay at the camp. Exactly. It just rides very brisk, like.
Hey, I'm your gambler. I'm my husband's. We call him the land hippo. So.
Yep, we have a land hippo down the street, but it's a giant dog.
Yeah.
Momo. Shout out to Momo.
Dog. I love him so much.
So, what are the details for the book? We like the price point for our listeners, and then we call them the triple T's. Don't worry about it. The triggers, tropes, and titillations. So, what do you got for us?
Okay, so this is book 0.5? Question mark, or the prequel novella. I didn't know how to name it, so I ran with both. Of the Sons of Erebus MC series, and it is an MM romance.
Oh,
yeah,
an Achillean.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, this book is also free.
Yes, it is. It is free on her website, and it is like I said, it is a prequel for her Sons of Erebus series, and it actually does kind of tease toward the end. I even say it. I'm like, go read the book yourself. I'm not going to tell you what happens here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. The trigger warnings are instances of violence. It's an MC romance. I don't know how that was not implied. Bullying, because some men needed more hugs as children, especially these two. These two really needed hugs.
We all did. We all did.
Foul language.
No.
Some of these I'm like, common sense is not relevant anymore.
Fuck.
Graphic sex, because why else would I literally be sitting here? And then I wrote talks of incest and went, what the fuck? How did I completely forget that? Because I legitimately did until I wrote it in that notebook.
Incest?
Mentions of incest. And
mentions of incest.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Drive-by incest.
What? I mean, it kind of is.
Sure.
Like,
there you go. Just
like,
a passing mention of it. And then somebody goes, what? And then the character goes, no, never mind. Fuck it. Forget I said anything. All right, let's go. Let's get into this bad boy.
All right, it is a novella. It is only 9 chapters. Chapters and an epilogue, so does that make it 10? Does it still 9? I don't know.
9.
9. There are 2 main characters. There is Mustang. We primarily follow him. It does kind of alternate POVs. And then there is Jenson, who is our... I guess you could call him the bully, but when Mustang's in the motorcycle club, I don't know who's the real bully here. I don't know how. It has
mutual bullying.
there's mutual bullying. They hate this whole book.
generally speaking, groups that are exclusively male or primarily male, there's bullying all around of some sort. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
How else do you express your emotions to each other except through cruelty?
Yeah. When I was in the Army, I was like, can you guys just have a normal emotion once?
What are those?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need those here. That's why we're here.
Yeah. I don't want emotions. I want a gun.
Yeah. I would challenge them to have one authentic, genuine emotion and be pelted by F-slurs.
Okay, so it opens with Mustang, who is living life working at the garage. And yes, trademark, that is the title. And that is the actual name of the garage. The owner of this... president. Technically, he is the owner. Do I call him the president? I don't know. I'm not an MC. Why did I do this to myself?
Maybe he's the treasurer.
The treasurer.
Well, the president of the MC owns it. So we're going to just call him the owner.
Sure.
And he named it the garage because he's original.
Right.
And he's explaining about why he's there, about how it's one of their actual, like, legitimate businesses. It is an actual, like, there's no really under the table anything. And that's another reason he's actually here. He's already kind of got a rap sheet. He's like, this is the safest place for me. And he's also explaining that he's, like, really good at engines. This is something that he really enjoys. And, like, as he's kind of feeding us this information and doing his little, think, there's this blue F-150 Limited that pulls in. And he's like, what is going on? And it's making, like, gunfire sounds in the cab. And I'm like, well, it's a Ford, first off, because, damn it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Purpose. And I was like, it's a Ford. It's going to make stupid noises constantly. You're lucky it even rolled into the lot. Can't stand.
Yeah, no, you're talking to two people born and raised in Flint. That means fix or repair daily.
Yeah.
October rebuild Dodge.
There you go. Found on road dead.
And he's like, what is going on? It's just a gunfire. This guy climbs out, nice 3-piece suit, Mr. Moneybags, like, covering his own ears. Turns it off. It still keeps, like, firing. I guess it's trying to take everybody out on its own. I don't know. But instead of being like, hi, how can I help you? I hear you have a problem. He's like, ooh, what's up, Mr. 3-piece? And he's just like, I fucking this dude out there. I'm like, shots are literally sounding like they're being fired, but okay, priorities.
Immediately, yes.
Yeah, immediately, yes. Hot.
It's the danger that does it. Sounds like you're in a war zone. Gotta get to it.
Uh-huh. And that suit was just doing something for Mustang.
No, that's what
I mean.
Next time I'll just fire off a couple rounds just to...
Just get me in the mood with fear.
I fired off a couple horny shots. You mean warning shots? No.
No, horny shots.
Horny shots.
Oh my god.
Just fire off a couple rounds. Gets her in the mood. That's all the bullet holes are for. Don't worry about it.
I know. Lord, get back to this book and this man, please.
Sorry. Okay, so finally he's like, wait a minute. I'm at work.
Oh, wait, I have a job.
My job.
He's got a note written on his hand. Don't I fuck customers. Shit. Okay.
So he's like, oh, and he hurries over. And he's like, he opens the door and he's like, okay, fuse box, something, battery, disconnect. I don't know what, but I'm slowly going deaf and I don't know how this dude got here from the highway. Ends up, pulling the fuse. And he's like, okay, now that we will retain our hearing for more than 5 minutes, I see why you're here. I don't even need to ask you. And do some
what brings
sunglasses.
You in today?
Yeah, what brings you in today? How's it going? What's your problem?
So just the oil change then?
Tire rotation. They don't do that when they go down the road. And he's like, let's head into the office because I need a moment. So he takes him into the office and he's like, we're gonna get your information. And Mr. Three Pieces is wearing aviators because I don't know what it is about aviators, but sure. It goes with the suit. Screams money.
Were they mirrored?
We're going to assume so.
Yes.
Mustang could see himself.
That's what he was so attracted to. It's not the three-piece suit. It's his own reflection.
I look good in these coveralls.
Oh, man. I look great in those sunglasses.
He takes off his sunglasses and Mustang's like, oh, no, not you. You've been out of my life 10 years. It's Jenson. And it's not just Jenson. It's
Jenson Ackles?
That's what I said. Except it is spelled with a son. Jenson.
Oh, he's Jen's son. Okay, that's easy.
That's why they named him that. She couldn't come up with something.
Hey, Jen, what's your son's name? One guess.
You'll never get it.
You'll never get it.
The first two don't count.
Okay, so Mustang has a problem with Jenson, apparently.
Yep. And it all comes from, it's like first name, period, last name, period. Like, he is just like, get out. And his boss comes walking in, and right as he's like, pretty much just like, don't know what to tell you. He's like, dude, you're at work again. You're at work. You can't just be telling people, get out.
I have the right to refuse service to anyone for any reason, including because I don't like you.
Why'd you tell that guy to leave? Because he's a fuckboy, okay?
This is where we learn that Mustang's real name is actually Mike.
I like Mustang better, okay.
I do too. And so, Jenson calls him Mike, and he's like, I know I was a dick, but do you really need to, like, I'm literally having problems. Did you need to tell me to get out? And Mustang's like, yes. And I was like, and then the two dissolve into an argument, and I was like, because who needs proper communication? It's been 10 years, but sure, you have your little spat in the office.
Unresolved tension. Unresolved.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, his boss is just like, take the truck and fix it. And like the grown child he is, Mustang pretty much stomps his feet and is like, I'm not. Just flat. He's like, I'm not going to do it. And his boss, the owner, the president, his name is Cy, is like, upcharge the shit out of it. This is a direct quote. Upcharge the shit out of him. Cut his brake line. I don't give a fuck. Just fix his damn audio system, get his credit card, and send him packing. He's just like, I don't care. He's like Scrooge McDuck over here with like little dollar sign eyes, and all he's seeing is Mr. Three-Piece Suit, nice truck. Shut your mouth, Mustang, and get the credit card. Yes. I don't care if you cut his brakes. I need to make my wife lunch. Like, give me the money. I don't care how you do it.
Exactly.
I would like to point out that, so Cy is the president of the motorcycle club.
Yeah, sorry
Correct.
about that. Cy is, and he will be a kind of, not really a reoccurring character, but enough that he delivers the comedy.
Okay.
He is like the comedic relief.
Do you remember the name of the president of the motorcycle club in Stripped Raw?
Borg.
We've had 2 motorcycle club romances. At least. We've done more. But we had a Borg and a Cy.
Yeah. I
just love that.
Mustang sits there a second. He's like, fine. And he begrudgingly goes out and gets in the truck and pulls it around to obey. Now, this entire time, Jenson, even though they had already had one argument, is like, okay, I'm a man. I'm a grown man, I think. I'm going to try to be the bigger person, at least, in this situation. And he's like, I see you're working here now. It's fine. No worries. I know I was shitty as a kid, but kids are shitty. That's just how it goes. We were in high school. Let it go.
Yeah. Shitty kids being shitty. Time to be grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, so, and they're standing out in the heat. This is in California, Reno, Nevada. Is it in California or is it Reno, Nevada? I don't remember where this one is. It's probably 110 in the shade and you can bake cookies in your cart. He's in a 3-piece suit. He pops the buttons and, like 2 or 3, just a couple off his coat. And Mustang's brain cells just quit working because dude popped his jacket.
Okay.
And he's standing there, I fucking this man again, because he popped 2 buttons off his coat.
I thought he hated this man.
I did too, but the coat's doing it for him.
I guess,
it's
okay.
That suit.
You clothe a multitude of sins in a good suit, I guess. Okay.
You can't, and I'm so sorry. I keep playing with this damn notebook. Alright, so he's finally snapped back to reality when Jenson's like, can you fix it? And he's like, what? Oh, yeah, that.
Right, my job.
Welcome back, buddy. And Jenson's like, so, can you fix it? And Mustang's like, yeah, it's fine, no problem. And Jenson's like, perfect. Where's my loaner? Because Jenson is under the assumption that this is a garage that, you know, is going to actually help him other than what service? ? He's gotten. And Mustang's like, well, either way around it, you're gonna leave it here overnight. I gotta order this fuse. Too bad. And he starts walking away, and Jenson's like, I asked a question. Where are you going? I asked. Fine. So he follows after him. And he's like, the hell are you doing? And Mustang's like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Try an Uber, good luck, have fun. They're not gonna come out here. And Jenson's like, why is an Uber not gonna come here? He is thoroughly confused. This poor guy is just showed up to the wrong garage, apparently. And Mustang's like, hello? Look around. It's literally like spray painted on the wall. He's like, because this is an MC compound. He goes, that's the clubhouse over there. That's our living quarters over there. He's like, very few people come here.
Why are you here?
Yeah. He's like, why are you here? Besides popping buttons, like, you know, pop some more for me, daddy. So then it goes to chapter 2, and it's in Jenson's point. We switch to Jenson's point of view.
Okay.
And he's like, wait a minute. Did I bully him into a life of crime? Like, he's looking around like, oh no, wait a minute. And then it does start to register, and then he starts seeing this stuff, and he's like, I bullied this dude to a life of crime. He's looking around, and he's like, I'm seeing it now.
This is all my fault.
He just, like, instantly was just like, oh. And then, of course, he opens his mouth and shoves his foot into it, and he's like, so the poor kid turned to a life of crime. Cool. That tracks.
What? Sure.
We all see why Mustang hates you now.
These guys are gonna fuck, apparently.
Eventually. They're already fucking each other. Because he turns him into the office and he's trying to get a loaner. And this whole time, then all of a sudden he has this little revelation of, oh no. And then finally he's like, so Mustang starts talking to one of the kids behind the counter. He's a prospect. And he's explaining why Jenson's truck's staying overnight. This is the part you gotta order. Yada yada. Jenson's standing there just wallowing in, you know, oh, what did I do? Now he's mad at me again because I opened my mouth. And then it's Jenson's turn to I fuck Mustang because he's in his like dirty coveralls and he's like pulled him down and he's tied him at his waist. And now Jenson's the one that's like, you see the little bird spinning because he is just like, woof.
Oh.
Alright, so the reason he's so pressed is because he's got a meeting that he's got to get to, and he's like, I have to have a loaner car. Somebody's got to take me. Please help me. And finally Mustang's like, I'll drive you. It's fine. Get in the tow truck. And of course Jenson's like, towel? Something? Massuit? Massuit you were just eye-fucking. Like, does not happen. And Mustang's like, I don't give a shit. You're getting in the tow truck. That's too bad. And this dude apparently drives like I do. Like, he just stole it because it's paid for. Nobody cares. And he's, like, taking turns on pretty much two wheels. And he's, like...
in a tow truck?
In a tow truck. He's, like, flying down
You
this
put
road.
anything on two wheels if you try hard enough. Don't ask me how I know.
Even a unicycle.
Well, you have to put a second wheel on it. Then it's just a, bicycle?
It depends. Is it the one with the big wheel in the front and the little wheel in the back?
Oh,
Like
I
Does
love
that still count?
those.
A penny farthing?
A penny farthing.
Yeah.
Those are adorable.
Oh, those have fancy names. Damn. Jenson does not have a seatbelt. And cue the moment where Mustang, in the fact that he is taking these turns so sharply, spills a cup of ashes and old coffee all over said suit.
Oh, no.
And that's when Jenson murders Mustang.
He
End of
wanted
book.
to.
What I would have done.
The end. This is Prada. I don't know fancy suits.
It'd be fucking Men's Warehouse, man. You gotta take care of that shit. You take care of your suit, it'll take care of you. Ask me how I know.
So then they start arguing over this. And then, let's see. Because he thinks he's too good for Mustang, he was, drops the biggest bomb and is like, because he's low blowing in this argument because he's pissed. And he's like, I should have known that since you were the scholarship kid, that this is what you would, turn out to be.
Rude.
Yeah. And then he goes, and by the way, our schools never actually had scholarships. So have a think on that. And Mustang whips it over to the side of the road and is like, out. Get it. And Jenson does, because he's like, I don't need my teeth down my throat. I'm just going to get out. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
Maybe don't say mean shit to the guy who's driving you to your meeting, Jenson. I mean,
no matter how mad you are about that suit, don't call him a scholarship kid. You're a grown adult.
Why is this happening right now? I thought he was the one who was like, let's put it in the past. Rude.
We all did. But he is very pissy about his good suit. And having to... Now he has to walk the rest of the way home. So...
Well, whose fault is that, Jenson?
Yeah. But, and then you take to mindfuck Mustang of, by the way, scholarship kid, there weren't any scholarships. So, and then, slams the door. And Mustang's like, fuck do you mean there weren't any scholarships? I was on scholarships. And we kind of have a bit of a time jump here because chapter 4 goes to Jenson. And he's already went through this meeting. It was so important is because he's actually taking over his father's company. And that was what this meeting was. It was his father signing over the company to him. And he's like, so, by the way, Dad, while we're having this congratulatory drink, do you happen to remember Mike from high school and, my childhood? And his dad was like, who?
So no.
I guess not then. A poor kid.
Oh, he was a poor? Oh, I wouldn't know him.
We get an explanation in a little bit. And this novella starts to time skip quite a bit here. And I do little, time skips. So it's not just I'm suddenly changing. I will say there is a time skip. It goes to, he's like, okay, cool. Cheers. Takes a shot. Time skip. It's the next day. He's calling the shop. And he's like, hey, nobody's called me about my truck just sitting in your lot. Is it done? Is it not? I need to know. And the prospect at the counter is like, yeah, it's done. Nobody calls you. It's been done. And Jenson's like, how long has it been? Never mind. Just fine. I will come and get it. And he calls his buddy, and his buddy's name is Chase. And he's like, hey, I need to go get my truck. Can you give me a lift? And Chase is like, so why does Mr. Business have a truck? I have a really nice car. We're businessmen. And Jenson's like, I like to hike. So that is why you got a Ford?
I was gonna say,
no wonder. It adds up. You are hiking a lot with that truck.
Yeah. Because I was wondering, I'm glad somebody answered the question, because I was wondering why Mr. 3-Piece Suit was driving up in a big souped-up F-150, unless, of course, you're in Michigan, in which case all of the pavement princesses drive a beautiful truck.
That's true.
But they don't do anything with those trucks. No. So I was just wondering why he was.
It's just eye candy. Mine, no. I don't have a very nice truck. My truck works.
No, she's beautiful, though. She's a dually. She's got a wooden bed.
She does.
Oh, that's an authentic.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
And
yeah, you fucking around. Dually, that's one thing, but a dually with a fucking plank in the back? Yeah, that's real shit.
toolbox. But anyway, that was my daddy's truck. It's now mine.
It's
but
beautiful.
anyway, Jenson's like, I like to hike. I like to go out into the into the woods. And I'm like, what woods? In the fucking desert are you like? Well, first off, you bought a Ford, so yeah, you're gonna hike a lot.
I was gonna say not so much hiking as walking to whichever where the first gas station or service station.
Tomato.
Yeah,
steps are steps, man.
Yeah, we're gonna call it hiking. He needs to justify his small penis. Because right now, the way he is acting is not okay.
It's little dick energy, man.
It is. So finally, his buddy's like, oh, whatever, I'll take you to get your truck. And he's like, they start rolling up, and he's like, of all the garages you could have brought it to, and Jenson's like, I know, shut up. Don't say a word. Just wait here for me. And his buddy's like, I think the fuck not, and leaves. And Jenson's like, fine. His buddy just literally is like, nope. Have a good day. Good fucking luck.
Amazing.
I'm out.
Absolutely, Jenson, friend of mine. I will drive you to pick up your car, but you can die there by yourself.
This is why Jenson did not tell him where he was driving him. Because the minute he rolled up, he was just like, get the fuck out of my car. I like my car in one piece and me. Get out. Good luck. I may or may not see you tomorrow, boss. Somebody's getting a write-up on his desk tomorrow, probably, but we never know. Jenson goes in and he's like, why is my bill $3,000? Because the prospect's like, oh, here's your bill, here's your truck, here's your keys. And he's like, $3,000 for a fuse? No.
It was a really big fuse. What do you want?
It was a really big fuse. He's like, well, overnight. He starts trying to get into it. Jenson's like, never mind. I opened my mouth. I know why it's $3,000. Just forget it. I did this to myself. He actually was like,
yeah.
Good.
It's called the asshole tax.
Yeah. Somebody, you just got daddy's company. I think you can maybe afford the bill for being a prick.
Yeah. And then he starts looking around, and the prospect's like, he's not here right now. And Jenson's like, who's not here? And the prospect's like, Mustang's not here. You can stop, trying to crane yourself into our, window that looks into the garage. He's not here. Which is actually a lie, because Mustang actually walks in.
Stop
and
being
Jenson's
horny right now.
Right? Stop trying to go, I fuck one another again. You're already mad at one another. But Mustang actually walks in, and Jenson kind of looks at the prospect and is like, oh, here he is. Okay.
I guess he just
Speak
showed up.
the devil, and he will come. And Mustang's pissed, because he's all up in his head about the last thing that Jenson told him, which is there were no scholarships. And Jenson opens his mouth, and Moron comes out, to which Mustang slams him into the truck. And Jenson, who is clearly so smart, keeps running his mouth.
Smart?
Until he all of a sudden is going night-night. He ran his mouth until Mustang was like, enough, and just slams his ass into his truck and knocks him the fuck out.
Beautiful. Perfect.
Then Mustang
love
has
story.
Yeah, love story. I knocked you out, right?
Mm-hmm. Daddy?
You're over there just...
How did you meet Daddy?
Oh, well, he was running at the mouth, and I
I knocked him out.
Just knocked his ass out.
Yep.
Chapter 5 opens with Mustang, and he's has the realization once again that he is at work and just fucked up royally. And he's trying to, drag Jenson into the office. Jenson kind of comes to, and he starts, staggering along with him. And, of course, Sai shows up, and is like, what is going on? Why are you beating my customers? No wonder the fucking friend left. He probably saw you.
True, okay, yeah. Fair.
This is exactly why nobody comes here. Damn it, Mustang.
Keep beating the shit out of our customers. That's why we got the shitty Yelp reviews. 1.2 out of 5 stars. Don't go in there. There's this guy named Mustang that'll beat your ass. It's best if you just leave the keys in the overnight and just text him what you need.
Just write it on a napkin that you have in there and shove it in with the key.
Yeah. Please don't hit me when I come in and pick it up.
actually be around. Let the lie be true.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets even worse because Jenson's like, no, I do deserve this. Because Sai's like, get him some ice. You're gonna, like, comp part of this bill. What the hell is wrong with you? And Jenson's like, nope, gonna be a man again. It was me. And then another customer walks in and is like, it's this old lady. And she just kind of stands there staring for a minute. Because there's this dude literally, like, and Mustang was, like, trying to hit him the ice. And,
Did he clock the old lady?
Oh, hang on. Actually, so Mustang's, like, scrambling to fix his mistake and, like, shoves the ice into Jenson's eye and, like, knocks him back against the wall with the ice. And the little old lady is just like, so, can I please have my keys? Like, Sai's like, get out of my office. Get out. Go have this somewhere else.
I love that this is an obviously very dangerous place that people don't want to go, but a sweet little old lady was like, they do a great job with my tire rotations and my balancing. And I love
They're
it.
Such sweet little boys. And he walks in, and why is he knocking him out with an ice pack?
Mima loves all those handsome boys down at the garage.
Oh, yeah. When they do, especially when they tie the...
Mustang, do the thing with your overalls. I'll pay extra.
Mima gets freaky. Okay.
It's in the budget.
I dig it.
She budgets. She's got a fixed income, and she budgets a little extra so
for Mustang's overall time.
For Mustang overall time. That's right. She knows what she's about.
They know they're going to see her the first weekend of every month after she gets her Social Security check.
Sure, she has to ration her medication, but it's worth it. Have you seen that man?
The little Google calendar's like blocked out every Monday.
I'm
first Monday of the month. Baby.
I'm 87. This is what I have to live for.
You might. I need Mustang.
I know exactly. If you don't take your medication, you'll die. I hope I die in front of Mustang. So he'll do CPR on me.
Maybe he'll give me mouth to mouth.
I might die, but I'll die with my tits in Mustang's hands.
Oh my lord, Mima.
Damn, Mima.
She goes hard. Okay.
Drink break. I'm sweating.
The fact that you were friends with the author makes me want to like text her, tell her to build Mima into the books.
Just give her her own book. I just want to see this whole thing from her perspective. The M and MC stands the Mima Club.
We're gonna call it Mima's Revenge. It's gonna be another novella.
No, Mima's Hunger.
Miss Musty. First you nearly drown me with my drink, and now I can't English. It's fine. Take this.
All right, get your drink. Get your shit together. There you go.
Blame your wife.
I always do.
I do too.
That's why we get along so well.
So we're going to chapter 6, and it's Jenson's point of view. And now that he's been thoroughly, beat unconscious, Mustang has taken him back. Like I said earlier, there are living compounds, and they're like rows of like a row or two of cabins not far from the compound. And Mustang's like, when Sai was like, just get out of my office, Mustang like hauled this man out into his own house.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You take the battered and abused and shove them in your cabin. If you're gonna knock them out, do it right.
That's castle doctrine. Knock them out, take them in the house. They were a threat.
And Mustang's mom had shown up. She was bringing him, she cooks for the MC and everything. And she was like, I was bringing you, these egg cups.
Aw.
Jenson, how's it going, Mustang? Get the fuck outside. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
And Mustang's like, I know, I knocked him out, but damn, like, can somebody give me breathing room? And she's like, no, like, I need to talk to you. Jenson, just sit there. My son and I need, like, one-on-one.
Oh, great. Okay.
And Jenson's like, okay. And he's just holding his ice pack, like, okay. So Mustang's mom takes him outside, and Jenson, being the creep that he is like, I wonder what they're talking about. And, like, kind of inches closer to the door.
I would too.
Curiosity killed the cat, especially when, you know, you have a record screech of, Jenson, what you doing here? And come to find out that, remember how we had, like, the drive-by incest? Well, that time has come.
Okay.
Sugar is Mustang's mom. That is her MC name. It is Sugar. And she's like, you gotta get him out of there. Mustang's like, what is going on? And she's like, so, remember how you were asking me about scholarships the other day, and I said you didn't need to worry about it, and everybody's like all worried about these scholarships that didn't exist? Yeah, I was banging his dad. We were having a 10-year affair. Because the whole, you know, he was going to leave his wife for me.
For 10 years.
For 10 years.
Oh, sure.
Well, originally, he was supposedly going to leave her, air quotes, and then got her knocked up. So Sugar was like, fine, I will go rage fuck somebody else and have a one-night stand. She's claiming that the one-night stand is Mustang's dad now.
Okay.
So, but
yeah.
Fun fact, yeah, Sugar was banging his dad for 10 years, and he was paying for Mustang to go to the fancy schmancy school.
Okay.
And Jenson's like just hearing all this, like, cup to the door. What's going on out there? Wait a minute. I was fucking my brother.
Yeah, is you my brother. Okay, I got you. Yikes.
No, this is half brother.
Still though. Yikes.
And this is where I realized when I said I got distracted and lost my place, I left out a really big important part. So, Jenson and Mustang actually did make it back to his apartment. It was on the second car ride that Mustang threw him out. He had Jenson blow him in his apartment.
Okay.
One blowjob for clearing the past completely.
I don't know if that's the going conversion rate on blowjobs, but...
Whoa.
Jenson dropped to his knees, no questions asked, did it, rocked his world, and then was like, I have to go to this meeting.
Okay.
And then promptly turned around and started being a fucking idiot again and got threw out of the truck.
Okay.
It's actually funnier that we did it this way.
So he took him from the garage to his apartment to Jenson's condo. Jenson
starts stripping. Mustang was fucking him the whole time, and then went, hey, you know what? I've got to,
You know what would make me feel better?
You know what? Blow me.
Yeah. Okay.
And Jenson's like, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So that was the big part that I missed. I, for some reason, thought that came later in the book, but no, that was then. Yeah. And
now he just found out he may or may not.
Yeah, he's like, I blew my brother? I'm sorry, what? And he's just like, shit. No wonder she's like, Jenson, get out, you know? So she's like, anyway, here's your breakfast for tomorrow. Have a good day.
I brought you breakfast and also huge revelations.
Don't you go blowing each other now.
Don't do it again. And she's just like, bye, and
bye, honey, have a good day.
Mustang walks in and sees Jenson standing there, and Jenson's like horrified. Mustang's just like, sup? Hello? What do you mean? And he's so calm, and he goes, did you hear that? Jenson's like, yes, I fucking heard that. Why are you calm?
Why are you calm?
And Mustang's like, processing? You want to go for a bike ride? Jenson's like, Jenson's hamster has done flung itself off the wheel. Mustang apparently never fucking had one, because he's just like, you want to go for a bike ride so we can process this together?
I mean, that's not the most unhealthy of suggestions. You want to go get away from this and go talk about it a little.
You want to We're talking about how my brother may have blew me and I'm oddly calm.
We start with how calm you are about the fact.
Yes. When we get there, you better tell me what your secret is. Is it gummies? Is it in the eggs your mom just brought? Why are you not wigging out with me? We need to have some wig time here. And instead, Mustang's like, no, seriously. This is how I think. This is how I process. You wanna get on the back of my bike? And Jenson's like trying to backpack as far away from this man as humanly possible. But he doesn't. And I'm like, if you were that concerned, the math's not mathing, my dude. I guess you're okay with your family tree being a wreath. Whatever.
I mean, look, they're dudes, right? They're not procreating.
This is true.
But also, yikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh. So
and
they go on a bike ride, I assume.
They go on a bike ride. They get there, and it's, their first ride together, and Jenson's trying to, yeet himself off the back, and Mustang's like, well, you just hold the fuck on. We need to talk. I can't talk if I'm picking you up with a stick and a spoon off the road. What's done is done. We're gonna get here and process together. And so he's still flipping out, and he's like, Mustang's like, all you have to do is ask your dad about this. Like, was he really paying for my school? Was she really blackmailing him? Was there ever a DNA test done? And that is when Jenson's like, my dad has dementia, and it is fast. It is a rapid person. He's like, I just got the company because my dad is losing his mind. Literally.
Oh my god, that's
I cannot go ask him that. And that's what Mustang's like, oh, shit. So your dad's out. My mom has no clue. What do you want to do now? And Jenson's like, we're getting a DNA test. Don't touch me. You stay over there on the side of that side of the sidewalk on this little hike trail.
I really hope for Jenson's sake it's not an oral swab, because that's gonna.
Oh, no.
Fun fact, I'm gonna have to ask Misty that because she did not. It was an oral swab earlier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it turns out you guys are 100% identical. That's so weird.
Oh my lord.
Jenson's still wigging out, Mustang's still oddly calm, and he's like, well, fine, we'll just get on the bike. And Jenson's like, no! No, I'm not getting back on your bike. We are taking a fucking DNA test. I'm gonna have Chase come get me. You're gonna stay over there. And then Mustang is like, fine. And his, Jenson texts him, he literally, sits on the side of the hike trail, Google Maps, and DNA tests place. And he's like, here's the coordinates. Meet me there. I will wait here until Chase comes and gets me, but go. Now. Right now.
Please leave before I blow you again.
So we do another time skip, because that is where that part ends. It started out in Jenson's POV, but the time skip goes back to Mustang. And Mustang's at the garage again. It is a week later since these guys have been together. And Mustang is like, I finally had a shot at this dude. Things were a little rocky, but, I was like, finally like, hey, this is the first time I've actually started having really feelings for another guy. I actually brought him home to my cabin. I've never done that. And he's like, he thinks to himself, we're doomed. We always have been. From the get-go. And I'm like, my dude, you don't have the DNA results, but sure. It's fine. But luckily, he's been apparently assaulting the mailman, which please don't do that. We don't appreciate it. Stop meeting us at the door looking for certain pieces of mail. Your informed delivery is not correct, Mustang. Stop running to the gate to meet us.
And
I wrote Jerry.
Beating the shit out of everybody.
Mustang's just taking it out on me. I made another kind of shitty joke here, but I wrote, there's a manila envelope, and everybody started chanting Jerry, and apparently we're going to have Mima now chanting Jerry in the office, because she came by for tea. Yes. So everybody's just chanting Jerry as he rips open the envelope.
Mima is invested.
She is. You were not the brother. So
yes!
We're good.
Yes!
Survey says you are not the brother.
They are not related. They immediately get naked.
In typical Jenson being a moron fashion, he can't win. So he's sitting in the office, and he's in his buddy's office, and he's losing his mind over this. He's been waiting for the mail to, and is having High-Speed come apart that this is even going on. And Chase is like, you hated him in high school. What the hell is going on? Like, what is with the switch? Why? Like, he doesn't know the full details. But Jenson's like, and this is when we get another bombshell. He's like, we were at the graduation bonfire, and I followed after him because I was bullying him, and then pinned him to a tree and started making out with him. And right before it started getting hot and heavy, I ran.
Why does it sound like an assault?
10 years.
Because it is.
Ay, ay, ay. Oi. The internalized homophobia is coming from inside the house. Holy shit. Okay.
Inside the house, my dude. But yeah, he's like, so, I only ever bullied him because I wanted him. Couldn't have him. I knew he was gay. He's been gay since, like, kindergarten. My dad, at the time, would have disowned me. Didn't want that. So, that's why. I never really lost the candle that I was carrying for this guy until, like, last week. But it's fine. And then he gets the mail.
And then he gets the mail. And then he's like, oh, wait!
He runs into the bathroom. And right as, like, apparently they actually are joint opening these envelopes together. But you don't find that out until Jenson's point of view, POV. Because Mustang, like, sprints across the compound of his cabin. And he's like, okay, ready? And Jenson's like, I'm in a bathroom, but sure.
Oh my god.
And they rip them open together.
Yes! Oh, that's so cute.
So
they just really gotta know whether or not they're brothers.
And again, you are not the brother.
They don't want to be. That's the best part. They desperately do not want to be brothers.
There's gonna be a distinct subsection of readers going, fuck. I wanted them to be related. At least step related.
So come to find out that's actually the letter ripping, the mail confetti, was actually 2 weeks ago. Jenson was just kind of giving us this flashback, and then we find out through his point of view, this was 2 weeks ago. So it was a 1 week time skip, they get the results. Cut to Jenson.
2 weeks later.
Jenson talking, and then all of a sudden, he's like, that was, I found out 2 weeks ago that he was not my brother. He's like, it was 2 weeks ago that I found out he was not my brother, but I had to wait a week thinking he was. And Chase is like, then why the fuck are you still here? Why are you talking to me when 2 weeks? What have you been doing for 2 weeks? And Jenson's like, and then it's Chase's turn to be like, get out. I'm not the one you want to be talking to. Get the fuck out. Go talk to him.
Seriously.
Work this out like adults.
What?
Chase is the voice of reason of be a goddamn adult.
That is very, like, end of the rom-com energy. Like, run after her, man. Bro, 2 weeks. Why?
2 weeks. And Chase is over his shit. So then we get another time skip of a week. Like I said, it starts like rapid firing time skips at the end. And so the Ford's acting up. It's a Ford.
Yes.
Imagine that. And he brings it back to the garage, and he's like, I'm gonna get a refund, because this shit's not fixed. Pulls in, and Tigger starts, the prospect. His name's Tigger. I was just leaving it out for sake of too many names.
Tigger.
The prospect is like, how's it going? I knew you'd be back. And Jenson's like, the fuck do you mean you knew I'd be back? And the prospect's like, hey, Sai, guess who's here? I won the bet. And Sai's like, no, you didn't. Fuck you. And, you're a prospect. You mean nothing. And then he pokes his head out and goes, what's up, Jenson? And he's like, why were you all waiting for me? And they're like, well, you see about that. You know how your truck's trying to, like, shoot your hearing out? He never actually fixed it.
Never actually fixed $3,000 for nothing?
Yeah, for nothing.
$3,000 and a beach.
$3,000 and a blowjob.
This is bad business practices, Mustang. Come on.
Yeah, if I were Jenson, I'd be calling the Better Business Bureau.
Oh, no. Okay.
Take away that BBB accreditation.
So Jenson storms out into the garage and he's like, why the fuck didn't you fix it? And Mustang's like, because at the time I didn't think you'd come back. And I wanted to see you, and this was like pre-blowjob. So, I needed you to come back so I could fuck you a little more. So I just didn't fix it. I was hoping you'd bring it back. Jenson's like, fair. And that's when they finally have their first kiss. And they're like, it's an actual kiss. It's not just like a hate, it's not a rage kiss. It's an actual, oh, you're so fucking dumb, I love you kind of kiss.
Yeah.
And it just slides down into literally the sheets.
Yep.
Misty's very detailed. It is delicious. It is like 6 pages of spice. And then we have the epilogue.
Always an epilogue.
Always.
There is an epilogue. And that is where we learn why Mustang got his name.
Oh boy.
Because it actually does no time skip at first. And it picks right up. And they're like, just got done doing it. And he's like, so, I've called you Mustang, He's like, but why Mustang? Is it because of the cars? And he's like, no, I got drunk, chased a wild Mustang, jumped on it, got my shit rocked, and never have lived that down. So...
It's adorable.
I love a badass sounding nickname with a very not badass origin.
Got my shit. I'm not badass. Got shit rocked by a wild Mustang. That's pretty badass.
No, but I mean,
I was trash. Thought I was he was swarping down. I could train that pony. Got on it. Got my shit rocked, and my president was there. Never have lived it down. I've been Mustang ever since.
I've never been thrown. I've been kicked.
That's beautiful.
I think I'd rather be kicked. I've seen some rough throws, but
yes. I broke my back last year. My glue stick through.
There you go.
So
yeah, I mean, I just got kicked right where my heart is. No big deal.
It was just jump starting it. You were having a heart attack for the fact that you were going to get kicked.
Exactly. I was having a heart attack as it was coming towards me, and the horse was like, "I got you, bro."
Yeah, here.
Let me set that right.
Yep.
Holy shit, that was wonderful, Ivy. Well done.
Sucked, but
no, don't you worry. It was fantastic. But now I need to ask.
Sweating. I'm so nervous.
Take a break because I need to ask this beautiful lady what she's into. You can add to the segment if you have something you're into that you would like to tell people about that you're digging right now. But I'm going to ask Katie what you're into.
I am so glad that you asked. Let me pull up. I need to get the name of the book right. I am into The Evil Within Us by Ari Johnson. Ari Johnson's newest book that just came out very recently. I've only read the first 4 chapters, but it's already really good. Ari does the super dark monster romances, violent, gory. They're almost horror. Love them to death. Love their characters to death. But this book in particular, I had to get because I'm in the acknowledgments, and it's the first book I've ever been acknowledged in, so I bought a copy.
I mean, you probably would have bought a copy anyway.
I would have anyway, because it's Ari's book.
Yeah.
But now it's in the back, forever immortalized. Katie from Cheap Smut gave them the idea for a mutable peen that changes shape.
Well done, you.
Amazing, and I love that.
That's my legacy.
That is amazing, and I love that.
Anyway, so who are we doing next? Ivy or Carl?
I'll go. We'll save the guest for
Carl,
last.
what are you into, my love?
I've been stockpiling this for a couple of weeks now. I am into those very beautiful playing cards.
Yes,
that I bought at the New Orleans Playing Card Company. While we were in New Orleans a couple weeks ago, I was down there for work. I had back-to-back conferences, and I took you along as sort of a subsidized vacation. And I happened across these beautiful playing cards. I will link them in the show notes so you can go to the website and see them. But they're all hand-drawn art by this. His name is Steven. I cannot remember his last name. But I bought the Day of the Dolls deck, and I bought the Helldivers deck, which, again, I will link to in the show notes. And if you want to go and check it out and support his work, he is fantastic. We talked about commissioning a piece. So hopefully maybe down the line we'll have something, that is handmade, custom for us. But in the meantime, I've got these really cool playing cards that I can't wait to take up north this week and engage in the wonderful Michigan tradition of playing euchre with your cousins.
Yep.
Ivy.
We play that down here.
Yeah.
It's a big thing around here. We have entire euchre tournaments.
It's like a Midwestern.
Yeah, it's a very Midwestern thing, but it's like pockets. When I used to work in the National Guard up in Grayling, there were civilians that worked on post during the week, and they would have there was a traffic cone, and they would keep score on this traffic cone, and this traffic cone was just like hash marked all the way up and down and around, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we go through about a cone of summer." You know, that's how we know we're on pace.
Yeah.
We go through about a cone of summer.
That fantastic northern accent, too. We go through about a cone of summer.
Yeah. Ivy Young, what are you into?
I am currently into nothing really schminky schmexy right now. I'm actually listening to the audiobook of Feathers at Sea. It is by Kennedy Sutton, and she just released it a little bit ago, and because she just released it a little bit ago, I ran out and bought it the day she did to support her. So that is what I am into right now, because it's the only time I have to technically read a book is when I am away from my family doing my job.
Yeah, no, that happens. And
absolutely.
That's any way you can consume the book is, I mean, that's what audiobooks are great for. Like when I'm driving for work, sometimes I'm driving down to Ohio or Kentucky or Indiana, all over the place, or even the northern wilds of Michigan. I love a good audiobook. I finally dove into the Stormlight Archives by Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. Ivy Young, where can people find you on the internet should they want to find you?
Should you actually want to keep up with my Chaos Gremlin life, I am all over pretty much every platform. I'm more active on TikTok, though. It is easier for me because it keeps up with my ADHD brain. It feeds the dopamine. So I am more active on TikTok, but I do have my website where you can pre-order. Well, by this point, it would be order my book. Please order my book. Shameless plug. But yeah.
Absolutely shameless. Order her book.
Excellent. What is the website?
It is ivymyoung.com.
Awesome. That was mostly for my benefit, so I knew where to look when I wanted to put it in the show notes. So go check that out. Honey, do you have the book picked out for next week?
I do, actually. Next week, I am reading the only physical copy of a book I have ever read for this show. I am reading The Spellbroken King by J.A. Keaton, and I am really excited. I'm taking this one up north with me, which is why I'm taking the physical copy, so that I can carry it to the beach and enjoy it while I read.
And
in the sun. Yay.
You will enjoy that lovely vacation starting tomorrow. But in the meantime, you can find us on social media. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at Cheap Smut. If you would like to send us an email, go right ahead. cheapsmutpod@gmail.com. Check out the show notes. Click on our link tree. The top link is a link to this book that Ivy presented to us tonight. It is not an affiliate link. We just want to help the author out. If you would like to support us financially, you can do so for just $1 a month on Patreon, like these fine folks have. Cassandra, Brian S., April D. Berry, Leah Legend, Dana Goddard, Stephanie Hawkins, Gemma, Lady Squishy Buns, Tia Esk, Rob Gatika, Angela McNichols, Katie Hurd, Gwendolyn Harper, Seneca O, and Rebecca K. The music that you hear on this and every episode is called Nostalgia by Mackay Beats. You can find it along with thousands of other songs free of charge for you to use at the Free Music Archive, freemusicarchive.org.
Listener, remember, if there is a book in you, write it. And if there's fucking in it, I'll read it.
And then she will come on this show and explain it to me for your entertainment.
Thank you again to Ivy for being here. We had such a fantastic time. It's time to put this one to bed for the evening and then put our kids to bed for the evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.